Well, the weather in Pittsburgh is a very nice evening for Monday Night Football.
It's always fun when the Steelers and the Browns get together. Let's talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Deshaun Watson's got to be worrying about number 90 for the Pittsburgh Steelers, a game wrecker in TJ Watt.
Well, since he came into the league in 2017, he leads the NFL in sacks and he leads the league in sack fumbles.
Cleveland 3rd and 7 at the Pittsburgh 30. Empty set for Deshaun Watson. 3 receivers to his wide side left. He gets the snap, 4-man rush. He's back, pocket collapses. He's hit and down by TJ Watt, who breaks the Steelers' all-time sack record.
Oh, yeah. Move over, Debo. Here comes TJ Watt. Let's go. Let's go. Blood in the water, baby. Woo. Woo.
Right out of the air. The city of champions.
He's hit and he's sacked. Let's go.
Touchdown, Steelers.
The standard is the standard.
TJ's good. TJ had a night. The Steelers defense had a night. You are looking at the Steelers' career leader in sacks. He's 28 years old.
That's crazy.
Career leader. You know who he passed? James Harrison.
Let's go. We got you free over there. Let's get it.
With Debo, a.k.a. James Harrison, in the crowd to witness it, TJ Watt continued to cement his legacy in Steelers lore. And he wasn't the only edge rusher wreaking havoc on Monday Night Football.
He throws it up to the third, and it's intercepted on a tip with that football. Alex Highsmith to the goal line. Touchdown, Pittsburgh on the first play. A 30-yard interception return by the young man out of Charlotte.
You gotta be kidding me. This is the way you come out of the gates, baby. You come out at a full sprint. You got a tip ball, you got to juggle it, and then you got Highsmith coming along, showing great athleticism, picking that pigskin out of the air, and then trucking that baby in for a touchdown.
Good job, catch your breath, catch your breath.
And this crowd is in a frenzy.
Oh, yeah.
Play action fake, he's back.
There's
and
Alex.
The ball is out, and the Steelers pick it up. And that's TJ Watt running for the end zone. Steelers with the touchdown. The strip by Highsmith, and his bookend buddy Watt scooped and scored, and the Steelers take the lead. Their second defensive touchdown of this game.
Oh, let's hear it for the twin masters of disaster. Alex Highsmith stripping the ball, and who picks it up? None other than TJ Watt. And what a great job of 2 bookend rushers, 2 high-performance, high-end apex predators coming together to put this game in the Steelers' hands.
TJ Watt, who's having a monster game, and so is Highsmith. They each have a defensive touchdown.
That's what we need right there, brother.
We need, baby.
That's how y'all eat.
It's been a defensive game. The Monday Night Magic continues for the Steelers and Mike Tomlin.
I just first want to say it is an honor to play with this man, Alex Highsmith, right here. We talk about edge defenders as Pittsburgh Steelers. To be able to start the game with a pick six was massive. We feed off the crowd, we really do. And obviously there's a lot of things we want to correct, but we'll take tonight and celebrate.
Just came out and played, first off, all glory to God, he's good. And, man, I'm blessed to play with him right here, man. He makes me better, he pushes me to be better, and I'm just looking forward to continue to get back to work. But this is a good way to get back on track, but love doing it with this guy.
There's so many people along the way that have helped me get to where I am. Can't stand the individual awards of football because there's just so many of my teammates, coaches, mentors, my brothers, my wife's support, parents. I mean, there's just so many people that go into it that it's not myself out there making the plays.
After 4 weeks, Watt is tied for the league lead in sacks for the 2023 season.
Thank you, sir. I told you. Thank you, sir.
I think TJ is the perfect pass rusher. That long, lean, slinky body that can get in and out of things.
Defensive line coach Carl Dunbar has coached TJ Watt since 2018. In that time, Watt has made the Pro Bowl every year and has been named first-team All-Pro 3 times.
TJ is relentless. He has everything you want. He's smart, he's athletic, he can change direction, he's powerful when he has to be, and his knowledge of the game helps him get around
bigger guys. He's more athletic than most big offensive tackles. And when our secondary does a good job of covering people for 2.5 seconds, he can get there.
His dominance started in Week 1 when he racked up 3 sacks against the 49ers. Another menacing figure who specializes in takedowns was in the house that day. Former pro wrestler and Pittsburgh native Corey Graves, who led the terrible towel twirl.
My name is Corey Graves, and I am a color commentator for WWE, currently on Friday Night SmackDown.
And the magnitude of that moment cannot be overstated.
I sit ringside and try my best to explain all of the madness that's happening inside the ring on your TV. I was born in Monroeville. I am a Gateway High School graduate, 2002, and I am a dyed-in-the-wool Pittsburgh sports fan. As everybody who was born and raised here seems to be, we truly bleed black and gold, and I'm no exception. My entire family, chock full of Steeler fans, so some of my earliest memories were being at any sort of family gathering, whether it be someone's birthday party or a picnic, and the Steelers were always on the television or being discussed.
From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania,
I was always captivated by the glitz and the glamour of the sports entertainment / wrestling business. The larger than life personalities, the dramatics, the bright costumes, everything about it that was not the athletic side of things. I didn't come to appreciate the athleticism until many years later. As a member of WWE, our mission statement is simple. It's to put smiles on people's faces, and we do our best to accomplish that each and every week, 52 weeks a year around the globe. We create a great deal of content, but we will continue to churn out more and more content as the fans clamor for more, which seemingly never stops. My first reaction after having watched Steeler games on television for many, many years, I've attended a few in my day, but standing on the field near a lot of these guys, the first thing that came to mind was the size of these athletes. I was only about 6 feet from Najee Harris, and I was impressed. It's like this guy was chiseled out of stone.
I was watching Najee here earlier, and I was just like, God, can you envision that dude running full speed ahead of you for any reason?
He's bigger in person.
He's a house.
Cam Hayward, a guy who I've known fairly well for the past few years, is an absolute monster of a human being.
Look at that. I love it. Thank you, man.
And coming from the world where I live, where that's no unusual circumstance, most of our athletes are larger than life, I noticed quite a few Steelers that probably wouldn't have looked out of place inside a WWE ring.
Graves, who narrated the Steelers' in-stadium hype video, was there with his family to see and hear the project on the scoreboard.
Here our heroes are immortalized, with names as powerful as Pittsburgh. Here we go.
Having the opportunity to be involved with the Steelers in any capacity is sort of surreal for me.
Well, once I catch my breath, I think it'll all register. I've been to WrestleMania, I've been to sporting events all over the world, but to have my voice broadcast in my home stadium for my hometown Pittsburgh Steelers, man, I don't think I'll ever top that. That was unbelievable.
Being from Pittsburgh, Graves knows the organization has a long history of Steelers greats. Some of those legends were south of the border in Mexico City for a watch party of the Week 3 matchup against the Raiders.
Hey, we here. Oh, yes. What up? It's a people's linebacker, LeVon Kirkland.
Starting their weekend with an excursion, the alumni in attendance were LeVon Kirkland, Cordell Stewart, Greg Lloyd, Marquise Pouncey, and Lamar Woodley.
Nice to meet you, Marquise. I'm Toto. Okay, Toto. I'm an NFL fan, so I know about you. It's really, really a big pleasure to be with you this day. Teotihuacan means the place where the men became gods. Actually, this city was built 2,000 years ago. This is a huge, huge city. The Aztecs came here in the 14th century, and they think that the gods made these pyramids.
I got friends in Mexico. So I'll be back here. You know, this wasn't my first stop in Mexico. Y'all see me at the draft. And now I got Greg Lloyd with me, so you know I'm good in Mexico.
Don't tell nobody my government name. I'm a wanted man.
This dude need his own show. This guy gets some carriage.
Unbelievable tour, a lot of knowledge. Definitely thankful for the good Mexican people, man. They take you on a great tour, give you a great explanation, give you a home-like experience. So, very appreciate these people.
The next day saw Steelers Nation showing out north and south of the border, with close to 4,000 fans in attendance for the watch party in Mexico City.
I don't know if we can call it Acrisure West, but it sure is comforting to look out and see friendly Steeler fans in the stands.
Welcome to the second annual Steelers Watch Party here at the Pepsi Center in Mexico City. Last year was a blast. Everybody had fun. This year, the Steelers bring even more legends. They're using more of the capacity here, and they have even more technology. And the other thing that I think is so interesting about this gathering is that they recreate the stadium atmosphere as much as they can, including Renegade. So folks here who may have never seen a game or been to a game really get a real sense of what being at a football game, NFL football game, is like, and they enjoy it.
So I came here in the past and I did the football camps with the Steelers. Can't say enough about the fans over here, the amount of energy they give us every time we come over here. I know the Pittsburgh Steelers love giving back, and we do big-time football camps over here. And it's just an honor and a joy just to be over here with these people and these big-time fans, man. They love the Steelers truly.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that the fan base over here is enormous. Everybody here, you know, we bleed black and gold. We wear it. I'm proud that I got chosen to come here to represent, you know, Pittsburgh.
Walking in, I feel like I don't know, maybe like I'm a movie star or a rock star right now. We got this big crowd, you know, here in Mexico City, understanding how big this brand really is. And I didn't understand that the Steelers fan base reached this far.
For the former teammates Cordell Stewart and Levon Kirkland, it was a return back to a place where they played a preseason game 23 years ago.
So in 2000 was when we were here and we had a chance to play against Indianapolis Colts. It was an outstanding time playing against that team in the stadium there in Mexico City. 90,000 people excited. Altitude was extremely through the roof. Humidity was crazy and strong, but yet we had an outstanding time and had fun playing the game. Being an ambassador for the Steelers is a pretty big thing. To be acknowledged as one of the guys to come out and do anything abroad for this organization is pretty tremendous. When they say, you know, once a Steeler, always a Steeler. So whenever I'm called, I come out and help out.
Again, the chunk plays are starting to come and pop like popcorn.
Bootleg left. Those for the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Cuidado. Oh, por fin. Dos pases de touchdown para Kenny Pickett por primera vez en su carrera. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Four-man rush. Pocket collapses. He throws it down the field. It's intercepted. Steelers seal the deal.
Interceptado. Se acabó lo que se daba. Se acabó la maldición de Pittsburgh.
The voice of the party is also the voice of the Steelers' Spanish audio broadcast team, Alvaro Martin.
We call the game from here in front of the fans. This is one of the rare instances where an announcer can actually see the audience as if you're having a theater performance. It's very odd, but very satisfying.
Martin has been in the business for over 3 decades.
You know, I got into the business by accident. I was more of a consultant, and I was asked to announce the game at halftime unbeknownst to me. That was my debut. And then they asked me to stick around as an announcer. So I did a number of sports, eventually whittled it down to the NFL and the NBA. And I did the NFL for about 30 years at ESPN doing their Monday night, both in the US Hispanic market and also in Latin America. And then starting in 2018, I got a call from the Steelers who needed some help with play-by-play. I jumped at the chance. I knew about the franchise. I couldn't pass that up. And as they say, the rest is history. And I'm having a blast with the Steelers.
Martin has announced 27 Super Bowls, including the Steelers defeating the Cardinals in Super Bowl 43.
I still think it's the best Super Bowl ever. My voice was shot because of James Harrison's end of the first half, 99-yard interception return. And I really had to dig deep when Santonio Holmes caught that pass to make it look like I wasn't one-sided and I was calling the game for Arizona and I had anything against Pittsburgh. But it took the last of my voice and my gut to get that call out, but it was a memorable, memorable game.
His broadcast partner for over a quarter century was Mexico's sports legend, former NFL kicker and Super Bowl champion Raul Alegre.
I have known Raul Alegre since I was a kid. Growing up in San Juan, Puerto Rico, the San Juan Star would always scan the box scores. I would always see who scored touchdowns and who scored the field goal. In parentheses, Alegre kick. I knew he was Hispanic. I knew he was Mexican. So that was important to me. And I followed his career that way. Then I got to see him play. And then I got to meet him. And then I got to be his broadcast partner. Still think he's one of the top analysts in the game, bar language. And we're lucky to have him in Mexico for the watch party. When you think about, if you combine the fans in Mexico that root for the Steelers and the ones in the US, 1 out of 3 out of that combined pot, 1 out of 3 are here in Mexico. And Mexico City may be the largest city in terms of Steelers fans, including Pittsburgh. There's a family atmosphere here in Mexico.
There was also a family atmosphere in Houston last week.
JJ's going to come hang out with us in the second half. We're looking forward to that as he has his number retired here and will be joining the Texans Ring of Honor. What a moment that's going to be here at halftime.
TJ's mother, father, and brothers had a pregame reunion as they were all there to witness JJ being inducted into the Texans Ring of Honor.
We're be out for the coin toss. Go ahead. I'm going to stand there after the coin toss. All right. You guys, good luck. Hey, look.
What's up? The bond between brothers is unbreakable, whether you grow up with them or share a locker room with them.
Take today. Yes, sir.
Like Coach Tomlin says, this team smiles in the face of adversity. With a 2-2 record and the division rival Baltimore Ravens coming to town, the Steelers prepare with a don't blink attitude.
1, 2, 3.